Welcome to Level Up Series, the short form video. For anybody who's just joining, I put a message in the chat to make sure that we can have a fully engaged meeting today. And we're going to talk about short form video. So just a little bit about me if you've never taken a class with me before. I have a family of 3 children that keep growing. This picture's getting quite outdated now. I'm a mom of 3 kids, so you know what that's all about if you're a parent. And I have a family-focused business, second generation realtor. I am an Enneagram coach, and I have a top producing agent with an assistant team. So today we're going to talk about short form video. So some of you, if you've already done short form video, just pop a message in the chat what your favorite chat or your favorite short form video platform is. So if you're doing it already, maybe just put in the chat if you're doing TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, whatever it is that's short form, pop it in the chat so I know. And then we're going to talk about pros of short form videos. If you haven't done it yet, we'll talk more about that. Types of short form video, important elements, social platforms for short form video. We're also going to talk about how you get leads from short form video, because that's the whole point, right? We don't just do marketing just for the sake of doing videos. We'll do some talk about video editors, tips and hacks, and there's some really crazy AI stuff that I'm going to talk about as well too, and we'll kind of experiment. So for anybody who wants to stick around after, I do have time slotted for an hour after to do actual a work session where we can create video together. We can work on things and kind of ask questions and have a work session. So if you want to do that, we will be doing that at 1 o'clock. And so I'll turn the recording off at that point, but we'll still stay on the call. So I see so far one person has responded, trying TikTok and Instagram. All right. So short form video overview is short videos under 1 minute. So literally 5 seconds is a short form video. So if people are feeling overwhelmed, thinking, I don't have time to make more videos, these short form videos are so tiny and quick. They can be 5 seconds, 10 seconds. You can use them on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. They're also B-roll as well. Some videos as short as 3 seconds. I don't know if you've heard about the stat about the average attention span of a human is actually less than a goldfish. A goldfish's attention span is 3 seconds. So we can do funny, trending sounds, talking head, house tours. There's so many different types of short form video. So for all those of you who guys are watching right now, can you type in the chat, what kind of short form video are you doing? Are you doing a funny one? Funny as in like you're like lip syncing a video, or a talking head, or a house tour, or trending sounds. Does anyone have anything they're trying? I'm curious where you guys are at, because I'm trying to figure out what you're what you do. Little of everything. Well, that's good. Funny, talking head, home tours. Cool. I've been doing more talking head because they're really easy to like batch film. And the funny one I kind of like went away from because it took time to like even like lip syncing. I don't know if you guys find it easy to do that, but there's AI now for it, which is really creepy. And then trending sounds. So we do have some trending sounds that we put in our stuff. Entertaining isn't always funny. It just means it's less produced and it's becoming more popular. So, in our ecosystem, we have a lot of these beautiful house tours, and it's so produced. Even like the talking heads, I've seen very produced versions. I'm all about, and you're going to get from me, the raw, easy, how do we do this? I don't want to put too much time in it, because you want to make sure you invest some time, but you also want to make sure you're getting leads and deals from it, right? So we don't want to spend too much time editing, and that's just my point of view. So purpose is it's quick, needs to grab attention, and usually viewed on a phone, right? So today when I made video, I'm going to turn my background off for a second so you can see, so you're not just seeing my back of my camera. Take it off. Okay, so this, I took the camera off, but I had my camera on here, and I move it from like this view, which is horizontal, to like this view, and then it's vertical. And it's just an easy way to film if you're using a camera, or you can use your phone, right? That's different ways to kind of get yourself in there. And let me just close this out. So pros of short form video: high levels of engagement, easy to understand information, right? It's quick. People are scrolling. You want to get their attention. That's the biggest thing. And I was just watching the mastermind that Tim Macy was doing, talking about their Rev stuff and talking about visual and verbal hooks. So if you can have that verbal hook right at the beginning, you want to make sure you grab people's attention. It can help improve your SEO, drive traffic to other social platforms and your website. So here's the types of short form. We talked about kind of like the funny ones, the house tours. Educational is a big component. You can educate people in different ways. You can educate them with a talking head video, but you can also educate them by doing like a slideshow type of video. So, or even just, I don't know if you've seen these videos where it's just a generic background of video moving and you're having text throw up in there. So this text can go. And then the interesting thing too, like Jesse Peters talks about this, you want to make it real quick so that they have to kind of keep watching. So I'm going to see if I can pull up his Mr. Social Savvy Realtor. He does this where you can look at stats. And I like this idea. His stats was he videoed himself mowing the lawn, and then he had the stats up showing. So it's not like he had to talk into the camera. Let me just share my screen. So let's take a look at this screen. Can you guys see his platform? Can you nod your head if you can see the screen? Okay, so this is Jesse Peters. He does lots of different social short form. I'd highly recommend following him if you don't already. And I'm trying to see if I can find his. He is very creative and does a lot of different types of short form video. And what I wanted to show you was when he obviously we're in winter season, so it's going to be hard to find his lawn mowing, but he mows the lawn and he throws up stats that just say, this many houses sold, this many houses are on the market, that kind of stuff. So then you can actually see. So you can see here, he's got very different types of, right here. So you can see it's like really quick and very simple to do. Now, obviously for him, lawn mowing is a big thing. The dad thing, that's what he did. So he's getting people to get to know him a little bit, but also throwing up the stats. And it's really quick for a reason, he said, then people keep watching it over and over again. So I really do like his creativity there, because that's a way you can do an educational video. Behind the scenes can be anything. Like I've started to use stories as my behind the scenes, where I'm just letting people know a little bit of my day. So I just pick up my phone, maybe show my screen, maybe I'm out showing houses, just do it really quick. It doesn't have to be formulated. It's really quick that way. Listing and coming soon videos obviously can be, oh, you guys are not seeing my screen. You're still seeing Jesse's screen. Let me just show you one of his videos. This is his photo. So you can see he does photos, but he also does do video.
Still hunting for a home this fall? Well, guess what? We have a social savvy treat for you that is seriously going to have you smiling from ear to ear. So I'm going to ask you this. Listen up. Have you been looking for a home in sunny St. James?
So this video obviously is produced and it's not as casual. Like for mine, I do have like a casual one. And I put it on stories. So we just did a coming soon. I don't know if it's going to let me view stories here. Oh, these are my other, so while I'm on my thing, because we had the listing thing come. So this is behind the scenes, showing my family, we're in line to go check out this place. And then we're sharing stuff that is of interest to us. I'm also getting content for my other video, but also my family is out there. So it gives people a taste of who you are. And that's the whole point of these short forms. You can see how quick it is. I just literally use my phone for this. by the way, if you guys, this is new to Canada, well, especially if you're Edmonton, all you can do is smell sugar. This is a post I did, or a story I did. I created an infographic to advertise an upcoming webinar I'm doing. So it's another option of content you can do. And then also the green screen, where you like have that background going. So I recorded my screen and chatted about things. I actually asked the builder to give me a bunch of properties in a certain price range so that I could share it with people on my Instagram. So then they ended up sharing this as well. Here's something that we did quickly to talk about the listing. So right now, the Oilers are playing in the playoffs. And so we've got a listing downtown, and we were featuring the fact that you have easy access and you have parking. So this is another way to like kind of advertise your listings. It's not your traditional listing video. And you can see it's not even a video. It's the only thing that's moving is this Oilers symbol. Let me just go back to our screen here. So there's different types of short form. There is customer stories. So you could post a video, you can ask people a question right away and just say, hey, I know you're excited to get your keys. Can you answer me a few questions? Just hit the button and then just ask them, hey, what did you like about working with me? And then they can just talk right away. User-generated content. So what that means is if you're on a team, or if you're a team lead, one way you can get your team for a branding cohesiveness is you can ask your team, ask your customers what they're looking for. What are the questions? What are the things that they want? But with a team, you can actually collaborate. So then you have both content on there. So let's say your team member is showcasing a local restaurant, right? They can invite you as a collaborator. And so it'll show up on your main team feed and also their feed. So it gives people the option to see that your team is doing things, and it's building up a profile. Because if your team profile has all your team members collaborating, then you've got yours. You as a team member can provide content as part of your value add, unique value proposition to be a team leader with your team lead. That's another form of short form video you can do. You can also hire out social brand companies or influencers to help you create video too. So they can do collabs with you. And then you can also repurpose to use for TikTok, Reels, and Shorts. So these short form videos, I would highly recommend you think about your platform. I know for me, when I was playing around with TikTok, I tried the talking head thing. I know that there's the house tours that do really well. Just find out what works for you and what you enjoy doing. And the real same idea. And YouTube Shorts is also interesting. I played around with it for a bit. I wasn't super sold. I'm really big on the long form on YouTube. And so I was trying out the shorts. I think what we're doing and what we're going to try doing is just feature the house listing itself as shorts, and then keep our YouTube content as the content for educational, but it's a work in progress. We're just experimenting. So important elements is it's vertical video. So make sure to film vertically or edit for the right size. One thing I noticed when I did my horizontal video, I needed to make sure that I was filming in 4K or at least higher definition. So when you're filming your horizontal and you're re-editing it to vertical, it doesn't become super granulated. So you'll see on my older stuff, you'll see that I'm more granulated because it wasn't filmed in a way that I could, basically you're making the video go from this to this. So you actually become bigger. And if it wasn't filmed properly, it kind of messes it up. Easiest thing to do is film from your phone, or like I showed you earlier, I just prop the camera vertical so that it was automatically vertical. Captions needed ideally and emojis. So we use, for Instagram, we use the captions that are on Instagram. Apparently that's supposed to be better. Same thing as TikTok. TikTok likes it when you edit and do all those things in there. However, we do use the app called Captions. That app gives you those talking things, and it lets you put your colors. So I have my colors in there that when you're highlighting every third word or emphasis on it. Cover photo, people are I don't know if they're completely sold on a cover photo, but I really like doing the cover photo to keep a consistent image. At the very least, you want to do the hook. So that's something that, we've been saying, if a manicured Instagram versus a non-manicured, what does that look like? Instagram is very much manicured and TikTok is very much like real and raw. So at the very least, you want to have your cover photo be like something you want to click, just like YouTube. Is someone going to click this? Now, I know when you're scrolling through Reels, it doesn't show you the cover photo. No gaps of audio when speaking. So you can crop the rest out if you're going to edit, and also you can increase the speed. So when you're recording on a camera, I know that my kid actually just like when he edited it, he increased the speed, not to the point where you're like, you can't understand the person, but you want the video to go faster. Because again, people watching have no attention span. So keep it short and just make sure the sound is on point. If you guys have any questions, just let me know on the side. So Instagram Reels, it can show up in your grid and main profile. So the Reels covers is important for that. That's when they see that. But Reels equals discovery. So I don't know if you noticed this, but stories are going to be all your followers. So you look and see that's mostly your followers. You don't usually get new people on there unless it's spam. I've seen a lot of that. But Reels get discovered. So then you've got that discovery feed. So if you've used a trending audio, especially in the background, you saw Jesse's, like even with my stories, you see like just the background, the trending audio on there, it shows up when you start, because you start to, I don't know if you've noticed this, but when you're on Reels discovery and you're looking through, the same type of audio keeps popping up. So you will end up in there. And if you find things that are like, when you look at the Reels and you see a little arrow, you can click on the audio and save it, or you can use it right away. Sometimes I save the whole reel. And so I have a bookmark, you hit the bookmark thing and just save it as things to do, things to try, so that later when you're recording, you can do that. And apps to create and stitch reels. So Amy, you're asking what program to edit. So we use Final Cut Pro just because we're using that already for YouTube, but you can use CapCut. That's one very popular one that's on apps, but also in-app is also really used. Like a lot of people use the Instagram app itself or TikTok app itself to do the actual edits. And I do find TikTok's app itself is easier to edit on than Instagram. Instagram's getting better, but it's not as easy because in the app for Instagram, you can add the trending audio and you can turn that volume lower and then make sure if you're talking, you can turn your video up. So there's a little slide there. We can go over that in the work session if you guys want to see that. So stories, you reach your followers. I would highly recommend putting in like polls in there to encourage engagement. Random moments in your day. When I shared a story of my husband and myself, that was one of my most engaged photos. I think it was our anniversary or something, and tons of people sent me direct message because you have that little option to leave direct messages open, and so many people sent me that. And so it just goes to show you people do care about your personal life too, not just all things real estate. So share random moments in your day. Success stories you can share there too, in terms of pendings and solds. That's where we put it. I don't like the pending sold grid. I think that's really tacky, and that's what a lot of realtors tend to do. It doesn't, when someone goes onto your feed and all I see is pending and sold, I mean, I suppose they could be interested in terms of, oh wow, this person looks successful. I think that's what realtors think that's for, but that's what we think, but it's not actually what the person looking at it thinks. They just think, oh, okay, that's weird, but it doesn't tell them anything about you as a person. So I think there's a place for success stories. You could do like a post a month we share clients. But the other thing about stories is it's 24 hours. So you don't have to worry about it. It's like an easy way to get onto video. You pop on there, 24 hours later, it's gone. So you don't have to worry about it. You can also use a scheduler to plan and post if you want, so that you can continually post 3 to 4 times a day. There are a few schedulers out there. We use Plannable. It is a bit more expensive, but we like it because it has more than just the normal platforms. It has Google, Pinterest, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, like it's got all of the platforms. So I like to use Plannable. There's Planoly. There is, what's the other one? There's like another expensive one that is something about Sprout or something that also people use. And Instagram also now has you can schedule posts. You can't schedule stories on Instagram itself, but you can schedule actual posts themselves. So that's handy. And because Instagram's owned by Facebook, you can do it on Facebook. So you can schedule it through there. That'll help you save time. So TikTok, the frequency to see success is a lot. So I put 4 to 5 times a day is what a lot of people are saying. I don't have time to post on TikTok 4 to 5 times a day. I can post on Instagram 4 to 5 times a day because stories are so easy. You literally click it and it's like a 2-second thing or a quick pan or whatever. That's doable for me. This is not doable for me. I did try it out for a little bit. So because I have short form video, I do repurpose it for TikTok and I don't consistently post on there. I'll be just honest about that. And you can create video inside of TikTok. The ones that have done the best for me are the ones I've created right within TikTok. YouTube Shorts, getting in while it's still being tested. People are still testing it out. I don't know if there's really a solid opinion yet on YouTube Shorts. Right now it's max a minute. It's had over 5 trillion views. One thing I noticed interesting about YouTube Shorts is that those videos take off at the very beginning and they peter out. But YouTube is known for something completely different. The YouTube long form, sure, you might, if you're really established, you'll have a good start. But a video over time will actually pick up pace if it's doing well. So that's the magic about YouTube, is that the video that you created might not pick up traction right immediately, but it will continue to build. But shorts don't do that. So just something to note. So here's some video editors. Use apps, use the stuff on your phone. You can use the captions app. You can use iMovie has an app if you have an iPhone, and TikTok. Those are the basic apps. Intermediate level, then you can play with CapCut and Splicer. And then advanced is Final Cut Pro and Adobe Premiere. So if you're just starting off, don't jump to advanced. I would highly recommend doing the basic stuff and then moving upwards so that you don't get overwhelmed. Because plus, by the time you get more comfortable with the basic, you know what to look for and what you feel limited with. So you can move on to the next one, and then you can move on to the next one. No point in starting. If you start at the advanced, it's going to be super overwhelming and you don't know what on earth is going on. So we started with iMovie, and then I realized some limitations, and then we moved up to Final Cut Pro because at the time I didn't know about these other ones. So tips to create short form video: creating lots of content in small amount of video and a bunch of videos. So I started something more intentional this year where I went back to long form, because last year I spent time thinking, I'll just do short form. Long form ends up giving me more leads. And so I find that I need to go back to what works. However, short form is still important. So we take long form and then splice it out. And I plan out my content. And so if I do 4 long form videos a month, that's now 16 short form videos. And how I create short form for it is when I'm creating my long form, I'm thinking about hooks throughout. So I'm planning out, okay, I got to make sure I say a hook on this point, this point, this point, this point. And then you're able to cut those out. I even have my video editor cropping out stuff from my market stats. That's a work in progress because it's too short. It literally is like, we have 2,376 listings in Edmonton. That's all it was. I'm like, that seems kind of lame. Now, anyways, we put it up because I'm all about progress over perfection. So even though I would like it to be a bit better, we just threw it up there. But if you keep in mind the math, 4 long form videos makes 4 short forms each. That's 16. If you're posting Monday to Friday for 4 weeks, so a month, that is 5 times 4 is 20, right? Did I do the math? Yes. So that's 20 posts a month, and I did 16. So there's only 4 left. So one is a client's short form video to focus on. We do a business feature, and we do a market stats. And then we also, sometimes I'll just pop on there. Let's say I want to talk about things that are more time sensitive and relevant, then I'll pop on there. Or I'm seeing a need, for example, buyers are really having a hard time making a move. So I'm like, I'm going to pop on and make a video and just throw that on as a post. So my social media manager, we have a plan, but it's still flexible to move if we need to insert some more time sensitive things. So you can also post once a week and have themes for each day. If you haven't already started posting, I'd recommend starting at 3 times a week on Instagram. Don't worry about 5, just get 3 and get really consistent with it, and just get buckets. Buckets are important in terms of just getting yourself in the motion of, okay, Mondays, I'm going to do market stats. Wednesdays, I'm going to talk about a buyer tip. Fridays, I'm going to talk about local business. It sounds very boring, but only you know it's boring. Everyone else watching doesn't see all that work, right? 3 also works well because the grid looks really nice because it's all the one column is this, all the one column is that. That's my OCD coming out. Marlene, you had a question? There was a hand that was raised.
Yeah, I just had a quick question. So I'm new to all this, doing all the short forms and all that. So question, I know you're talking about long form and short form. Is there a specific time how long a long form supposed to be versus short form? So I can kind of get an idea what's long, what's short considered.
So long form, I'm talking 5+ minutes. And short form in this world, what I'm talking about right now is under 1 minute. So then it's like, what is 1 minute to 5 minute videos? I don't know. You can call them whatever you want. But in the short form video world, I'm saying under a minute is kind of what does that make sense?
Yes, like for instance, if I do an announcement, right? We just became a team. I mean, I only put like announcement, I put the picture, logo, blah, 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 with the background music. That was a short form.
Yes, that is short form.
So it's maybe 20 seconds, 30 seconds. So is that too short then? Or
no. It's probably almost too long. The short form video is getting shorter and shorter.
Yeah, it's probably 10 seconds. I don't know. I mean, whatever it was way under a minute, for instance.
If there's something you want to feature, like your team announcement, for example, you could do things like a teaser where it's like this, a video of, I don't know what represents your team, but let's say there's an object and then it's like dark and the light comes on and then it's like dark again. And then it's just like, it's just causing interest. Like, what is this? Or like maybe you're doing a close-up of your business card with the logo, right? And so it's like, what is that? That's okay, but it doesn't explain anything because you can actually talk about stuff in the captions, right? In the description part when you're typing up the caption. And then your next video would be, a quick little 5 to 10 second photo shoot of you and your team. You're kind of talking or laughing or whatever. And there's music, there's trending audio. Trending audio is important to get found. Again, it doesn't have to be you talking. And then underneath could be the caption again of what you want to say. And you could do another one where you're like you talking and just sharing a quick story of why you're excited about having a team. So there's different ways you can kind of make that announcement. Yeah.
Okay. One more question, if you don't mind. So when you have all those different platforms, do you, like, I don't know if that's too much. I've been posted on every platform. So if I make a TikTok or whatever, I'm posted on every platform the same video. No, yes? Or you just stick to one platform to kind of do the same videos and stuff?
Okay, so I guess the question to ask you is, do you have a formulated strategy for each one? Are you consistently posting on each one, or are you just starting, literally just starting?
I'm just starting.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have it's no consistency.
And where are your clients
at this point?
Where are your clients, do you find, mostly consuming content?
So right now, because I'm new to Florida, so I'm just building my client base here. So majority of all the clients that the audience that I have, they're either Atlanta, international. I mean, they're all over the place, to be honest. There is no rhyme or reason. The followers that I have, they're just from all over the place. So I'm trying to.
Is that Instagram, YouTube? Like, where is that?
It's going to be Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I just started, so it's going to be Instagram and Facebook mainly.
Okay, so what I'd recommend is just focus on Instagram. Get yourself into a rhythm. Once you can consistently post for a month, then add the next layer, and don't worry about it being the same. So I only started to change how I put video on, and this is me speaking as a coach. because I want to see you progress in and see successes before you try to take on too much. And like, because I've been doing it and because I have a whole team to support me, I change up what Instagram videos look like versus YouTube videos versus like I try to change things up, right? But before, when I was just getting things going, I literally just put my YouTube video on everything. Now, I instead of putting a YouTube link on LinkedIn, I would upload the native video onto LinkedIn, right? So it's the same exact video. It's just organically uploaded to LinkedIn, organically uploaded to Facebook and YouTube. So I was able to hit all the platforms, but I didn't have to worry about, okay, should it be a vertical? Should it be a horizontal? How long should it be? I just focused on, I'm trying to make YouTube really work, but because I'm spending all this time doing it, I'm going to make sure I utilize my time and put it to other platforms. So if Instagram, for example, is your go-to, I would focus on the content made for Instagram. And because you have it, just throw it onto TikTok, right? Like do that because you've already got it. But don't get too hung up over that, if that makes sense. Hopefully that helps.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
So this is like actually what I was just talking about. Multi-purpose your short form content, and you can record on the same topic. Post short form also on your Google My Business page, your blog, in addition to social platforms. Like there are places like LinkedIn, for example, that people aren't putting video, so your video really stands out. So it doesn't matter if it's short, long, horizontal, vertical. These platforms don't have a lot of video on them, so that's what we do to kind of get ourselves seen more. So we started up some question and answer. Do people have some other Q&A? Oh, before I do question and answer, guess what I found? So AI is big right now, right? And so AI can help you create content ideas. Like ChatGPT, you can ask like, hey, what video should I film? And it'll give you some ideas and it's descriptive. But you can also do AI text to video. Can you guys see my screen still with the new stuff? Okay, I can't, all your guys' cameras are off, so I don't know if you can see things, but
we can see.
Yes,
okay.
we can see.
So this is crazy. This is, you know how people don't like to be on camera, like you guys have like cameras off. If you're like, I don't want to be on YouTube, I don't want to talk. This is really weird. This is AI generated. This is AI generated completely.
7 effective ways to integrate email marketing with your social media today. We'll show you how to integrate social marketing and email marketing.
Like that's AI generated person, AI generated voice. Super weird. I mean, it kind of does sound not like exactly like you, but I'm not like you, but like it's not as robotic as it has been.
You will learn about the
Because she's
opportunities
got-
that this opens up for companies.
She's like moving her body
Browse, you
and her
can implement
hands.
the ideas
So
presented
it is
here
kind of,
immediately after reading the article.
it is kind of weird. So you basically write the script and then it just reads it for you. It's so weird. There is paid versions where you can like deep fake yourself and your voice. You have to pay more money for it, but this has 40+ different human avatars. There's different languages. So I think that's kind of crazy. That's this website. Grab content, cook it, upload it to YouTube. Just insane. I just thought that was weird and I wanted to share it with you because if you're curious to make YouTube leads, like videos, I don't know how effective it is in terms of getting clients, because I mean, people watch my YouTube channel because they get to know me a little bit, but hey, it's even YouTube certified. I don't know what that means. Now, this is another one. I was trying to play around with it. And if you guys want to play, we can kind of check it out. Basically, it's another text to video. So you can pick one of these. I don't know. Let's pick this one. So you can pick landscape, square, portrait. So if you want to pick Instagram, it's like, okay, I want the square version so it looks like proper on Instagram. That's a post though. For Instagram Reels, you want the portrait style, not the square. Otherwise it'll show up funny. So this is the one from TikTok. You see the different, it's kind of like a slideshow, but it moves a little bit. So you can use the template. This is free. And then you can go in here and like write your script. So you can, what you can do is go onto ChatGPT and ask it to write a script. I'm actually surprised there's no AI in here to say, what do you want to write about? But we can go Do you guys have something you were trying to make a post on? I can ask ChatGPT while we're at it. Yeah. Okay, there you can see my ChatGPT. Here's the video script. Oh, whoops. Okay, when it says video script, it's literally doing a video script. So it's showing you like, oh, you should have an open shot of a happy couple walking towards the house, and then you do the voiceover. So it's literally making a script of filming a video. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted it to just give me, so we can stop and go, I actually need something I can copy and paste into so let's see if it knows. I've never tried this before. And I don't know if ChatGPT knows. Oh, of course it knows. So now it's going to pump this out. I maybe should not have done 7 tips. Maybe I should have done 5. But we can clip this out. Like I'm literally talking to you right now. It's working. And then we'll just copy and paste it in. I've never tried this thing before. So I know, not ChatGPT, the other one. This first world problems. Okay. So copy, go back into in video, add the script, create scenes. So now it's going to generate the video based on the template that we chose. This kind of reminds me of the Canva thing too, because Canva allows you, what?
Sorry, what website is this?
Invideo.io.
In video. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so here we go. It's apparently a 5-second video. We picked a template and I don't know why there's like a seal in this template. Well, obviously you can change it. So, and it's obviously way too long for the top, right? Like you'd probably want this like for 2 seconds, but see now it's got this one. Tip 1, get.
It's funny they don't show houses.
Well, I picked a template. I just picked a generic template.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's why I think it did this, like this random seal.
Okay.
You can change it though, right? So look, drag and drop media. So you can literally grab a picture. There's images here. So we could search house. And then drag. Oh, look, it's the YouTube house that everyone needs to use on their thumbnail. Just grab it in here. So now it's there. See how easy it is to use? It's like it's crazy. Videos, you could probably put like home buyer. Or remember it said happy couple or whatever. So let's see the bottom.
And you said Canva does this too?
No, Canva does a different thing. They do the bulk media thing. Like, so you can still have your text in there, but you have to have a CSV file. So I can show that to you guys too. But let's say this is a house video. Whoopsies. Why is it doing this? Oh. Play trim. It wants me to put a section in. Okay, whatever. No room to add section. Too long. Oh, see the little line here? That's probably the end of that clip. We also don't need this to be this long. No room. What is it doing? Okay, I don't know. Obviously the photo was a lot easier to use. And you can see that it's got like numbers here. And also it's a free version. So you can see when you play it, there was a little logo that was stuck in here. Oh, this is funny. So it's showing you all the little things. I'm wondering how do you crop this? So edit scene. Oh, here. So this is how you just click this and drag. It's way too long because this is only one slide, right? So you only need like, I think, oh, these are all the slides. So you can make them all shorter. It's probably like 1 second. These are, and then it is annoying that it's fast. You can't read it, but that's the whole point. Then they can watch. And these are obviously way too long. If you're doing a short form video, we should probably have shorter. So you can go back to ChatGPT and say, I just want 1 sentence instead of all that. But that dumb seal. So like this is, we just made this in less than 5 minutes. Super easy to use. Obviously you have to upgrade so you can actually export it. But I was just playing around with the free version. I've never actually done this before.
What happens when you click voiceover? Do they talk for you or do you add your own voiceover?
Automated text to speech, or you can record your own voiceover. See, you can choose the voice and the person.
Tip number 7, work with a reputable real estate agent. They can guide you through the process and help you find the right home for you.
That is so weird.
That's scary.
You can choose look, I want a man.
Tip number 7.
Oh, that's not a man. What happened?
Oh, maybe you have to
Oh, you
generate.
can get it generated again. I was like, what happened to Matthew? Voice sounds weird.
Tip number 7, work with a reputable real estate agent. They can guide you through the process and help.
That's so weird. And then there's also like, look, we can make it sound. Oh, look, Canadian French. Well, I'm from Canada. Let's see what this sounds like. It's probably some French accent.
Tip 17,
Oh, it's in like actual French. It's like the actual other language. It's not the accent. Like you can have an Australian English voice, which would just be the accent, I think.
Tip number 7, work with a reputable real estate agent. They can guide you through the process.
So like, obviously it sounds a little bit robotic, but it's also, I mean, kind of crazy. And then it says here, click add automated voiceover for all scenes. So you just do it all at once instead of picking it. So yeah, now you have no excuse to not do video, because this is literally, I mean, there's so many different ways to do video. You don't have to do the traditional video. I would highly recommend that you get in front of the camera, because that's part of the branding, right? People getting to know you. But you notice that in my Instagram stories, I didn't even talk when I was just like scanning the room or scanning myself, or I was letting my kids be the focus, and my voice was there and I had the captions on so you could hear, and then they get to know the kids a bit. But yeah, that's some AI I wanted to share with you guys, because I thought that was a little crazy. You can kind of use the ChatGPT to help you do this. The Canva one, do you want to see the Canva one? Just show you.
Yeah.
So under bulk, so if you don't have this bulk create thing, you just need to go to apps and then search for bulk create. See, they've got text to image, not video. You can get a panda surfing a wave. I actually did realtor skateboarding selling houses, and it did come up with a photo. It was kind of weird. So click bulk create. So you can enter data manually where you type in the information, or you can create a CSV file. But for example, let's just say I want the top 3 tips in columns. Let's see. No. I need this in a table to export as CSV. Because what you want to be able to do is you want to be able to like copy and paste it. Oh, it's literally doing So no, watch, this is. It apologizes to you. Okay, that's still not what I want. Oh my gosh. Okay, sometimes no, I can't remember the prompt of what it needed, because I think the CSV is probably confusing. Can I get a table? for Excel. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted. Okay, so you just copy and paste this like this. Oops. It's all about knowing the prompts for ChatGPT. So copy, and then I'm just going to use a Google Sheet because it's easy. And you hit paste. By the way, this is on my Instagram, so it's shameless plug to Melody_Wilson. I show you how to do this too. Tips for buying. And then I'm going to export it to a CSV. There it is. Now you go back into this, and I'm gonna, oh my gosh, upload CSV. Oh, first of all, I'm in the wrong thing. I'm in like our presentation. So let me just go out of here. And let's say we want to create an Instagram post. And I want it to, so you can say Instagram post advice. I don't like these. Because I just want one tip per page is what I'm looking for. Oh, here, let's do this one. Okay, so I picked this one. I'm going to go to bulk create. I'm going to upload the CSV file. So these are the two things I want identified, right? So this is going to be, why is it doing the link? Hold on. You click this and then you click connect data. And I want that to say tip number. And this I'm going to connect and it's going to say tip. Oops, oh my gosh. It's going to hit tip. And then we hit continue. These are the 3 tips. Generate. Now it's going to create all of them. Now, if I wrote tip 1, tip 2, tip 3, it would have said that in here. Obviously, we can edit that. But if you're doing like a whole bunch. So you can now make this into a carousel. That's not a video, but I'm going to show you how to make it into a video. Tip 3. And you could make like a starter slide, right? Where it's like the, what did we call this? I don't know if that's going to work. It's going all funny. Okay. And then get rid of this, move this down. And now I want photos that make more sense because where do my photos go? I want a house. Oh no, I want keys. So when you click and drag, it just goes and completely replaces it. Tip number 1, get pre-approved for a mortgage. Search mortgage. There. Consider all the costs. Oh, here, there's money here. Oops. And then this one is hire a home inspector. So weird. Okay. Strange. Some random dude. Okay. So there's the carousel. It's all done. You can download it. It's all finished. But what I have, so on the non-free version, you have a resize option. I want to make it into a video. So now I'm going to copy and resize it. And now the thing I just made is a video. Obviously 5 seconds is way too long. I'm going to shorten this. So it doesn't have the creepy voice, but if you watch this, Now it's a video. Now it's the wrong size of video, so I can resize it again and I could make it like a Instagram reel. That was a horizontal video. So there we go. That's what we want. So now you can put this on your thing. Obviously, you can change like the colors and stuff to be your brand. So I don't know if you guys have the brand hub, but you can go and change this so that, look, see, I'm gonna select all of them at once. But then I can make it consistent with my branding. So if you have your branding, you just click the color palette and it just does that. So now you have a video that's just all text, but it's still video. So it's easy for you to upload onto your Instagram. You guys have any more questions? I'm happy to also go through anything that you want to try to work through as well too.
What about for captions on, you know, if you're doing long form, short form, you know, just adding it to the video that you uploaded?
Oh, so are you talking about how do you use captions?
Yeah, correct. So
So,
are you using like for CapCut? I think that's the app I've got, and I was
Mhm.
told that it has the ability to use captions.
Yes.
I'm not sure if that's true.
Yep. Let me just see. I need to figure out how to get my phone onto the screen when I'm teaching you guys. So on CapCut, there is an option at the very top called captions. So all you have to do is click it, and then it is now telling me to pick a video. Do new builds have deals again? Yeah. And add it, start. And and you just click add the video, and then you click start, and then it automatically starts creating it. Let me just take my background off. This cut. So there's going to be two captions on here because this was an Instagram video that I already had captions on, but I just threw on the Instagram, or I just did the CapCut and again, yeah, look at this. So this is with Sterling. So this is a little bit much because there's like, so all you have to do is when you open the CapCut thing or the app, in the middle, there is the captions button. Just click that button right here and then choose your video that has the audio that you want to do. I'm gonna find one that I never did captions on yet. Oh, another hack to do video stuff. If you have Google Drive, just like as you randomly film things on your camera, just upload into your drive into folders. So it's a lot easier to find, and you can create reels afterwards. That's what I finally been doing. I just have so many videos on my phone, and I found, hey, I'm going to go to Google Drive, create a folder, and then hit upload. And then you can select all the videos on your phone. Like I've got all these house things. And then it's so much easier to find when I'm actually trying to create my reels. Otherwise, it's just a giant mess of videos. Like right now, I'm like, oh no. Especially when I say do video, I literally have like different kinds of video all over the place. So it's like hard to find. Oh, here's one. This is West being more affordable. So there's no captions yet, right? So now I'm gonna click that and I'm gonna hit add. And then you just hit original sound and start. So now it's generating all of the captions on CapCut. So that, do you see it? There's caps. Now, I think when you click on the actual captions, you can like edit it because sometimes the audio like translates wrong and then you have the wrong words there. You can also change the style. So the different font style, there's different colors, shadowing, effects. There's also animation, so you can have it moving and stuff too. So there's quite a bit of options on CapCut. But I personally, I'll show you captions. I don't know if I had it on this phone. Captions is just what it is. It looks like this, that purple one. And you just click that one. And then same thing, create the project. And then you just import or camera, or you can start filming. I'm not going to record it live, just upload. And I also see AI on here too. There's also AI on, what does it say? Script, generate with AI. So then you can like generate a script right in the app, and then you can film it right away too. If you want to, if you're thinking, oh, I want to talk about this neighborhood, you can talk. You say, I need a script. To talk about X neighborhood, and here's the features, and then you can just like read it on there while you're filming. So that's kind of crazy. I've never done that one before. But you just click import, grab a video, and then it does the same thing. It generates it, and then you can kind of play around with it. And everything's like edited on your phone. I personally sometimes like to edit on the computer, but everything is very like phone centric. So yeah. Does anyone else have any questions about the captions or short form video? It is important to put captions on. Like I said, if you're doing it on Instagram, just use the in-house Instagram captions, because they like it when you're using their stuff and it gets better analytics. Same as TikTok. But TikTok, that's where we play with the captions and throw that up because it's just easier to read. But make sure you put captions on, because people are typically watching video in a place they're not supposed to be watching video. So then they have the sound off. And that's why they need to see the video, or the captions, I mean. And then I don't know if you guys know the hack to film those, you know, those reels where the person's like mimicking the voice. Do you have an idea what I'm talking about? So when you're on Instagram and people are, so this is another educational one. She's not talking, she's just recording herself. So that's easy.
Can't hear it.
You can't hear it.
Did you want the voice?
It's just
Oh,
music.
okay.
She's not actually doing anything. Like,
Oh,
she's not
okay. Sorry, I
talking.
thought you're.
You'll hear this one. So that one's obviously easy to mimic because it's just one word. But sometimes when it's really long, what I do is I set the timer. So it counts you down, and you can change it so you only record that 2-second clip. So all you got to remember is what was said in 2 seconds. You record that, and then you like extend it again and you keep recording. Does that make sense? I'm trying to I need to find one that's a little bit more long. Okay.
Oh yeah. Is it gonna be easy? No. Is it gonna be worth it? Oh yeah. Is it
So
gonna be easy? Is it gonna
you
be
click
easy?
okay, sorry, I have to mute this. Drive me crazy. So you click on the little bottom part where the audio is to use the audio. You can save it by just hitting the little bookmark up here, but you can click use audio. You can also see what other people have done with the audio. Like I'm sure there's something, oh yeah, save money to buy your first home. See, there's always a realtor that's done it. And you can see, oh, this person. So this is a generic, we saw how we can do this, right? That's a generic one. But if you want to actually mimic it and mimic their voice, the way you do it is you click use audio. And then there's a timer button on this side right here. So here's where you drag it and go, I'm just going to go.
Easy? Is it gonna be easy?
So all you got to do now is set the timer. And now all you're going to do is you're going to say, is it going to be easy? Right? So I have to just go. So it's counting me down 3, 2, 1. Is it going to be easy? And then it stops, right? So then you hit, where am I hitting? Next.
It's gonna be easy?
Oops, no. Then you hit timer again.
No.
So it starts back from where it left off, and then you can just like.
No. Is it no? Is it No. Is it gonna be whoop? No. No.
So you can just do
Is it
that
gonna-
section
No. Is it gonna
and
be-
set the
no.
timer. And so when you hit it, you'll see what happens.
No. Is it gonna be
Oops.
woof it?
It's my kid. But then you can keep doing the little timer sections, and that's how people do it, because it's really, I've done it many times where I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't do this again. It's hard. People, like a little kid talking is not you talking, so it's not your voice. But it's fun if you wanted to do that. It's also why I stopped doing those, because it was so time consuming. But I think it's important to make sure you have a good mix of the different kinds of short forms. Anyone else have any questions for me before I'm done the formal part. I don't know if anyone wants to stick around to like actually do the actual trying out some short form more than what we've been doing.
Yeah, I just made it to the tail end, so I'm gonna go rewatch it.
Okay, sounds good. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us for the session today. I have another, so I don't know, maybe you guys want to vote while you're still on here with me. My next class is actually, so I've done a lot of different tech ones, but next one I was going to talk about how to hire an assistant, but I've been hearing a lot of people talk about how to work with buyers in today's market. Like, how do we deal with these buyers are so uncertain? So I was going to do a session on that instead. But if you guys are more interested in the how to hire an assistant, let me know. I'm going to send out an email to everybody who's been to my classes and take a poll as to like what they'd be more interested in. Because the way I work with buyers, I take them out once or twice and then they're pending and then we're done. I don't go out 30, 40, 50 times. And so people have asked me to learn, and how do I do that? And what am I doing? So is that something that would be interesting to you, or would you guys rather just learn about?
I think you should do the buyers.
Okay. All right. Because I believe my next date is in May, and I'm the third. Yeah, I'm the third Wednesday. So May 17th is when I'll be doing that class. So I will change it. I did talk to Joel already about changing it to the buyers one, because I feel like a lot of people are asking that question. So thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, I do have a question.
Oh, sure.
Where do I find it